There is a weird vibe hanging over Vegas that nobody seems to want to face head-on. We are just a few steps away from the start of the season, and behind the scenes, what should be a time for celebration is turning into a field of uncertainty. Strategic decisions are being made, or maybe pushed back, and this could change the fate of our franchise before the ball is even snapped. Who is actually in charge? And what are we hiding from the fans? So hit that like button and stick around until the end, because this could change everything. It makes no sense. And the more we look at this situation, the worse it gets. The big question right now is, who is going to be our leader on the field come week 1? The rookie Fernando Mendoza or the experience of Kirk Cousins? According to reports, the pressure is mounting and heavy hitters like Doug Peterson have already come out to give their 2 cents, but in here, it runs a lot deeper. There is speculation that Clint Kubiak and Tom Brady prefer to keep the rookie on the bench, learning, watching, taking it all in. Is it a plan? Sure. But is it a plan the players are going to buy into? That is where it gets dangerous. Mike Florio, a voice we always listen to closely, dropped a warning we can't ignore. If the team realizes in the day-to-day grind of practice that Mendoza is visibly better, that patience is going to run out fast. And what does that mean for the locker room? Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, these guys want to win now. The NFL, like Florio himself said, is a one-year-at-a-time league. You don't have time to wait for the future if your present is crumbling right in front of you. Nothing confirmed yet on any potential unrest, but recent history in this league shows us that when frustration turns into a mutiny, no strategic plan can hold it back. If this actually happens, if the coaching staff ignores the obvious talent in the name of some long-term development theory, are we looking at the start of a revolt? The ghost of what happened with the Patriots in 2024, when the locker room nearly imploded over the veteran versus rookie choice, is haunting the hallways in Vegas. But hold up, because what comes next changes everything. Is this decision calculated prudence or a strategic error that could cost us the entire season before the first preseason game even kicks off? The fan base is split. On one side, those who want to see new blood, the energy of Mendoza. On the other, those who fear burning a precious talent way too early. The truth is, the clock is already ticking, and Kubiak's silence only adds to the tension. Are we ready to pay the price for a wrong choice, or the price for playing it too safe? The fate of our season starts with this decision, and for now, the only thing we have is uncertainty. But the tension doesn't stop at quarterback. There is fire in our house, and the one fanning those flames is our main leader. Max Crosby isn't one to back down from a fight, we know that. But those recent comments about the Chargers, that was personal and dangerous. When your best player, the soul of the defense, goes public saying exactly what he thinks with no filter, you know this rivalry has reached a new level. According to reports, during a live stream, Crosby didn't spare anyone. He talked about terrorizing Justin Herbert, barking, shoving. He put his finger in the wound and twisted it. He called the Chargers fan base one of the most toxic in the league. This isn't just trash talk. This is a declaration of war. And why does this matter? Because what happens in the locker room reflects on the field. If your captain goes out to play with that level of hate, the whole team follows. But there is another side to the coin. Will this extra energy turn into dominance or total chaos? We know how our rivals operate. Now a target is painted on the back of every single Raiders player. The Los Angeles crowd isn't going to stay quiet. They are going to use every word of Crosby's as fuel to turn their stadium into an even more hostile cauldron against us. Nothing confirmed yet on how the league will react or if there will be any disciplinary consequences, but the truth is Crosby has changed the narrative. He isn't just defending the jersey anymore, he is challenging the structure of the division. And what if this works? What if he manages, by pure force of will, to get inside Herbert's head and the head of the opposing fans? We could be looking at a brilliant psychological maneuver, but if this blows up in our faces with silly penalties or emotional lapses, well, then that is on us. The question remains, is this hate what the Raiders needed to dominate the AFC West? Or are we just inviting a headache we didn't need to have? Rivalry is the spice of the NFL, but when you add too much spice, you ruin the meal. Crosby is playing a dangerous game of emotional chess. And us? We're just watching, heart in our hands, hoping all this fuel burns the opponents, instead of our own playoff chances. And speaking of challenges, what is going to happen with our passing attack? The 2025 season was, let's be honest, disappointing. We finished 30th in passing DVOA. The numbers don't lie, and the fans' frustration was justified. Now, we head into a new year with a lot of questions and very few concrete answers about who will be the reliable target when the ball is in the air. Clint Kubiak arrived with promises, but the receiving corps still looks like one big question mark. We lost Jacoby Myers to Jacksonville, and since then, the question everyone is asking is, who takes over the WR1 role? Jalen Nailor came in with a fat contract and expectations through the roof. Kirk Cousins, who already knows the kids' playing style from their time in Minnesota, swears Nailor is the guy who is going to shine. But is that really realistic? Nailor has never had a breakout season. He never even cleared 444 yards. Betting that he's suddenly going to turn into our savior, doesn't that seem like too big of a risk? According to reports, he has the tools, he has the speed, but having the talent and having the consistency at the NFL level are two very different things. If this actually happens, if Nailor doesn't deliver as expected, our passing attack runs the risk of being a one-man show, with Brock Bowers being the only safe harbor, and we know how opposing defenses treat teams that rely on just one player. They double cover, tighten up the gaps, and force the quarterback to make mistakes. We are looking at a risky bet. Clint Kubiak has a nearly impossible mission: make a group of unproven receivers prove everyone wrong. But what if we're just watching a repeat of last year? The lack of an elite receiver could be the black hole that sucks up all the creativity we expect to see with Mendoza at the helm. Nothing confirmed yet, of course, but the doubt is a killer. Did we actually reinforce the unit or just shuffle the deck chairs? Preseason is here to give us the first clues, but for now, the warning light keeps flashing bright red over our passing game. Now that the dust has settled a bit, this is the landscape. Uncertainty at the helm of the offense, a captain at psychological war with rivals, and a passing game that depends on a bold bet. We have talent, we have passion, but we lack the solidity that builds champions. Are we watching the rise of something epic, or just the stumbling blocks of a project that doesn't know who it is yet? Now I want to hear from you. Is this a good path, or are we watching a problem grow? Drop your opinion in the comments, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever stopped to think about what is happening with our LAS Vegas Raiders this 2026 season? It's an emotional roller coaster, and we're on the edge of our seats. We have news ranging from game-changing signings to trade rumors that might divide the fan base. Is our GM building a monster or just dreaming big? Stay with me, because what's coming up is absolute fire. So, do you think this season will be the best in Raiders history? Drop a comment, subscribe, and join our membership club for just $99 to support the channel. Raiders Nation, listen up. This isn't just another channel, this is our home base for everything silver and black. Whether we're fighting through QB controversy, dealing with locker room heat, or watching our defense go to war on the field, we are in this together. You want the real story, the unfiltered analysis, and the pulse of what's actually happening behind the scenes in Vegas. This is where you find it. So don't stay on the sidelines, hit that subscribe button, join the conversation, and let's hold this team accountable as we chase that championship. The season is almost here, and we're just getting started. Let's go.